Indian Americans have started to realize that if we don't start inserting our own opinions and we don't start kind of sharing our views, we'll be on the sidelines. And it's time that we take part in it. Trump group has started to resonate more with Indians.
Indian Americans have been traditionally Democrats. I mean, this is how we have voted in the past.
To me, Trump is the one I support because he believes in some of the values that I have. This time around, I feel more Indians are in line with what the views President Trump holds.
Being a Kamala Harris delegate, obviously I'm a little bit biased in my viewpoint. What she has done is put together a phenomenal campaign in the last, I would say, 90 days. It's going to be a good fight, and we are looking forward.
The Indian American community basically grapples with a couple of big issues. One is the political arena is not something that we're very involved in. However, financially and business-wise, we're very strong. And I think Indian Americans have started to realize that if we don't start inserting our own opinions and we don't start kind of sharing our views, we'll be on the sidelines. And it's time that we take part in it because of what's happening across the globe. If we don't speak up, if we don't make sure the lawmakers are looking at what we want as a community, they'll not really pay attention to it. The wheel that squeaks the loudest is generally the one that gets looked at. And we've kind of stayed on the sidelines, so it's time that we come to the forefront. So basically, my view is that, all politicians are crooks, no matter how you look at it. You have to find the crook that really resonates with you. To me, Trump is the one I support because he believes in some of the values that I have. If we work hard, I want to keep my money, and I don't want to take care of other people who are entering the country illegally. This is not happening just in America, it's happening across the globe. So we have to look at this as a global issue. However, we live in the United States. We have to protect the United States. We have to protect the people who live here. We shouldn't have people starving on the streets of America while we worry about people across the world that really don't care about America or the people and the values that America has. So that's why the Trump group has started to resonate more with Indians compared to Indians being more traditionally. This time around, I feel more Indians are in line with what the views President Trump holds, and we support him. That's the reason.
Indian Americans at the ballot box much stronger than ever. Talk to us about the candidate and the policies that resonate to you.
Yes, obviously we have the 800-pound gorilla, which is the Trump versus Kamala Harris election that's playing out. It's the race to the White House, and it's got the country under grips. Everybody watching polling. There's a polling a dime a dozen every single day. And it looks like it's too close to call. And I believe Donald Trump, this is not his first rodeo. He looks like an experienced hand. He is in dump trucks, in garbage trucks. He's at the fryer in McDonald's. And he's putting on a show as the chief entertainment officer of America. He's he's on podcast. He's having these long-form conversations and talking about policy imperatives that America is facing today with immigration, with the economy, with inflation, with crime. And he's sticking to his talking points. When you see the debate between Kamala Harris and Trump, it was very clear that he was appealing to the independence of the battleground states. There are 6 states that will actually decide this election. And being a Kamala Harris delegate, obviously I'm a little bit biased in my viewpoint. But what she has done is put together a phenomenal campaign in the last, I would say, 90 days. And it's very, very difficult for someone for anyone to jump into a run, and especially a presidential race. And she's done a tremendous job. She has resonated with people. She's got great talking points. I believe she has, unfortunately, not been able to completely introduce herself to America, given the short time span. And policy-wise, I think there could be a better policy when it comes to the top 3 issues that Americans are talking about with immigration, inflation, crime. Those are the types of challenges that we have. It's going to be a good fight, and we are looking forward. Though from an Indian American...
Traditionally, Indian Americans have been Democrats, but surveys suggest there has been an uptick in the Indian Americans who support Trump. What's your impression?
Well, this election has been has been on the radar of millions. And I recently saw a video that was actually shot in New Jersey. Somebody walking around and interviewing lots of Indian Americans. I was flabbergasted to see so many of them were supporting Trump. And I didn't quite expect that. So Indian Americans have been traditionally Democrats. I mean, this is how we have voted in the past. Things might be shifting because of the issues with the economy, with immigration, and also because of bills like the caste bill. So when I see the Diwali announcement, I see Donald Trump talking about Hinduphobia, talking about the genocide that happened in Bangladesh. And when I see Kamala Harris, when she had a Diwali announcement on Twitter, there was no mention of the word Indian Americans. It was just a Diwali. It had a great video. It looked really good. There was no talk about Hinduphobia. There wasn't any talk about the genocide. So I think Indian Americans, our vote has to be desired by those running for office. And we have to make it very clear that when leaders do not align with our issues, we are going to be selective in terms of how we vote. And that's the imperative on hand with the party. The Democratic Party is sort of hasn't quite been completely in support of the actions that we are encountering with Hinduphobia. And I'm a Democrat as a executive board member, a former executive board member of the California Democratic Party. I believe that the party in every state, Democrats in every state, can do a lot better when it comes to Hinduphobia and taking a stand with issues that are bothering us.
Thank you, Rishi. You have anything else, the message for the voters today?
Well, we should get out and vote, and we will get the candidate we deserve, that's for sure, but it's going to be a good one.